Okay, I'm back in the kitchen. We're harvesting. Still tons and tons of stuff coming out. Um, but what happens sometimes, I just only have time to get that produce off the vine and then just put it in a fridge. You know, years ago, we actually bought an extra refrigerator to put in the garage just so we could store produce for this time of the year. And so, you know, just keeping it cool helps it last a little while, especially once you get it right off the vine. You wash it off, give it a good drink like I talked about before, and then throw it in the fridge so that it can stay cool till you get time to process it. And today I got a little bit of time off so I can start working on some of that. And here's what we got going. Let's see here. Tomatoes. And you know, I showed you tomatoes before. There's a bag there, and then they're scattered all over here. See, there's just produce everywhere. Another bag. See, these are pretty full bags of tomatoes right here. I mean, you don't even go to your grocery store and buy that many tomatoes unless you're gonna bust the budget. Over here is another, look at that big pot full of tomatoes. Those are getting ready to be cooked down is what's going to happen, and that'll turn into a sauce, and we'll use that sauce to you know, we'll freeze it. Will happen. Let's see. And earlier, before I got this, see, these are cucumbers. Some cukes. Let me set these out here and show you. I can maybe do a little thing later and show you how I got to that point, but you can kind of self-explanatory there. You know, these cucumbers are cleaned out, and those are going to get ready to be juiced and turned into other things. Wonderful smoothies made with some bananas, and some coconut water, things like that. Let's see, pan over here to the covered in tomato skins. I skinned up some of those tomatoes. And then from last year, see, look at these. So there's more cucumbers. And there's more in the garage, probably in that fridge. And all these squashes. That'll get processed today, hopefully. Enough time for that. See, here's one of my, these here are bell peppers from last year that, you know, bell peppers are easy enough. Peppers, any pepper really, what I do is I just open them up, slice them, clean them out, and then put them in a vacuum seal bag like this, and they're great. So those peppers are going to go in red sauce today. You know, pepper, there's some munched up onions and garlic there. Kind of just did a little bit of prep in between getting there's just so much to do. And then let me get this light on up here. We have, that is ginger. I'll have to make a video on that. Everyone asked about it. That's ginger, shredded and then steeped with lemongrass. I didn't grow the ginger, but I did grow the lemongrass. You can kind of see that's in there. And then there's some cinnamon in there, like cinnamon sticks that I bought down in Mexico. Really, really good cinnamon. So anyway, got some water boiling. I'm gonna pour some boiled water over these tomatoes here. Try to get the skins off of them, just to cook them down. But anyway, yeah, just making another mess in the kitchen. Wife is with some art project she's got going online right now with all of her art, and I'm out here making a big mess of the kitchen. So we're at, you know, you make a mess at some point and then you just kind of clean it up, I guess. So yeah, I'll try to show you some of the finished product, and maybe I'll knock out another little video of sort to give you more of the process or some recipes for like the cucumbers. You know, the pasta sauce recipe, honestly, I just throw stuff in there. I mean, I have cabinets full of herbs. I showed you the herb garden before. Down here in this cabinet. See, I got thyme, basil, oregano, and you get this paste out. I always get a little bit of paste because this tomato paste helps thicken up. You see, I got dill seed and sage and some more oregano. What else is back there? Some rosemary. And this is all. I grew all this stuff, and dry it out. And there's so much more of this. I have a lot of that. Oh, look at this. Forget I have that. This is dried kale. It's just kale. It's good to throw in stews and stuff like that, soups, whatever. Just trying to figure out things to do with the stuff that God gives us. Oh, there's another fun project. Not the kale, but the dried okra. Man, that dried okra. You get a dehydrator and dry that okra out. That's what all this is. It's not labeled, but that's dried okra too. I could probably do another one of those. That's dried okra with Parmesan on it. That's super good. Yeah. See, that's covered in Parmesan cheese and some Unkel Bill seasoning. There's other ways to do that, but anyway, yep, making a mess in the kitchen, getting ready to cook some pasta sauce. So that's where we're at, just finding another way to be blessed and eat your vegetables. All the tomatoes that were in that pot are cooked down, and that's where we're at. And those peppers are in there, and those herbs are in there. Look how, I don't know if you recall how high that jar of oregano was. I put a lot of oregano in there, and there's a lot of basil, and you know, gotta put a little sugar in there, some salt. But that's where we're at. I mean, that's a big pot. That's a big pot. So you got to put a bunch of stuff in there to really make sure you got that flavor. And that's where we're at. Look at this. I'm going to stir it up for you before we go. All right. Yeah. Get that thing stirred up. Keep the heat distributed properly so we get good cooking without burning. All that flavor stirring. Look at that. You want to eat some of that? It's so good. So good. Yes. That was delicious, wasn't it? Wasn't that delicious? Yeah, so we got that going, and you know, the kitchen now is messier than before. We got more to go. So that's just a start. Take a quick break and we'll come back and work on something else.